Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta ArchieLuxury channels. Guys, I want to talk to you about when is the best time to buy a wristwatch with COVID-19 being the name of the game. And I've got to tell you guys, I got to tell you guys, it's really quite an interesting thing. We've got a situation where the world, we're in depression, but we can't use the D word because that maybe it's not PC. This Chinese created virus is an absolute disaster. And we've got to be careful because people don't want to man up to the truth. But I think, you know, if we cast a fishing rod and say what's going to happen, I tell you what I think. This is honestly from my heart, talking to business people in the community, business leaders, talking to many people there. Now, I'm coming from an Australian perspective. We've been actually pretty lucky with this COVID situation. So what do I think is going to happen? What do I clearly think is going to happen? Okay. So I think at the moment we're in lockdown. Everyone's got their head in the sand. Okay? Head is in the sand, the bucket where head is in the sand. I think what's going to happen is in the next couple of months, businesses will resume and then the shit will hit the fan. Businesses will find out, hey, the landlord isn't giving us concessions, the land taxes, the rates, the utilities, all these bills are going to come in. We're going to have social distancing, so the numbers aren't going to be that great. And I think, honestly, 2 to 3 months, one financial quarter, once they restart, the shit will hit the fan in a big way. So I think you're going to see mass bankruptcies, mass closures, and it'll also impact the wristwatch market. I think prices generally I think the optimum time will be in 6 months, 3 to 6 months time. And at the moment we're in containment mode. Everyone's saying contain, can't do this, can't do that. So people aren't thinking about it. They're looking at other things. They got some distractions. But when you get bills with the red overdue stamp on the front, then the shit is really going to hit the fan. This is what's going to happen. It's an absolute shit fight. So what I would like to say is I would seriously like to say, please understand where I'm coming from. 3 to 6 months time, it's going to be really bad. And I think that's when prices will dip, when we realize, a lot of businesses realize, fuck, we've bitten off more than we could chew. Bills are due and we're unable to pay. See, what happens with business, the longer it goes on, if it trades unprofitably, you can open the door, you pay, suddenly you get invoices in, and then you realize you've got a shortfall. So I think the next 3 to 6 months is when prices will hit the absolute shit. It's not during this COVID because people are keeping peppy. They're saying, we're going to open. They got hope. They got hope. When they reopen, business will be great. The reality is business will be fucking terrible. There will be a bit of dead cat bounce. When they open up again, there's going to be busy times, but it's not going to be busy enough to pay the previous 8 weeks of disaster. This is the horrible truth. This is really the horrid, nasty truth. So a lot of people now, they're in the never, never, they're in denial. They're saying, hey, we'll get back in business. We'll come back here. And as soon as that sentiment hits the fan, 3 to 6 months' time, businesses will be realizing, fuck, we're not doing so well. They will then close. You'll see mass closings. I seriously think you will see, I'm estimating about a third, 30% of all small businesses will close. Okay? 30% of small businesses will close. Now, the flip side of that is that means 66% will still be there. So, you know, there's always a positive spin to it. But 33% of businesses will close. I think you will see some massive, massive, massive problems. The truth is that governments themselves, they got to pay for all this welfare they've given out. So they're not in a good spot to actually start government spending on projects or construction or infrastructure. So it's just a very tricky, bad situation. It's terrible. It's terrible. And I've got to be totally honest with you. The watch market is a barometer of small business. Generally speaking, wristwatches are collected by men. It's mainly men. It's about 85%. They're the enthusiasts. Women, they just want 1 or 2. They don't really get it, okay? It's men. Now, wristwatches are quite popular with men who are married, with children, they're in business, they're starting to climb the corporate tree. This is who buys this shit. Unfortunately, it's these men who go push the boundaries. They go into business for themselves. They take a few calculated risks. They're the ones who get the good toys. Unfortunately, with COVID, it's going to see a lot of these men defeated and hurt. I'm sorry, guys. It's 33%. 33% of small businesses will close. You will see the forums, you know, all these wristwatch forums. They will be pumping and dumping wristwatches out. And I gotta tell you something. Don't tell anyone I told you this, but guys, if you are selling on the forums, be very careful. The tax department is looking at you guys. That's right. They're going to come to you. I'll tell you exactly what they're going to do. The government has been spending money they don't have, so they're going to clamp down like a bitch. And what they're going to do is they're going to look at people who trade on Facebook. Facebook is legally obliged to reveal these figures. The Gumtree and the eBay. And what's going to happen? I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. They're going to say to you, please provide details of all your transactions. They'll seize your bank accounts. They'll seize your PayPal. They will seize information from the platforms like the Facebook. You are game, set, and match. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of people out there. They've been doing this as a bit of a hobby. And I got to be completely honest with you. You know, a lot of these men are greedy fuckers. I mean, I've always been very, I've always been careful. My old man was a tax accountant. Okay, death and taxes. I know how they operate. And I gotta be completely honest with you. Seriously, I gotta be honest with you. Look, as far as it does go there, seriously, please, as far as it goes, man, it's fucking, we're heading 3 to 6 months, it's going to be the absolute bottom. I'm calling it out now. So, man, it is May, June, July, August, September, October, November. November 2020 will be horribilious. Okay? September to November is when the prices will go nasty. So guys, I'm putting my mouth out there now. This is the truth. This is the reality. And I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you fuckers think of that.
Some people love fruit. Others choose to learn Greek. Some study archaeology. Others are interested in Japanese culture. For some people, everything must work just like a Swiss watch. Others appreciate the creative disarray. There are the frontline type of people, and the other type that would prefer to remain in the shadows. Most of us, however, like to study the wonders of everyday life. We cultivate traditional values in the world of modern technologies. One day, we choose exclusive restaurants. The other day, we go for street food. But there are also those people who don't have that choice at all. Some people have everything they need, and some will never have enough. Generally, a large part of our society has tons of luck when it comes to life, but we also mustn't forget to support the part that hasn't. No matter who you are, what you do, and how much you possess, if you are able to take care of the others, you have your own personal tint. Tint. Watch changes. Together.
Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.